Hello, my name is Bill Plympton and I welcome you to the Plympton Diaries. This is a bold experiment in the audience watching me make an animated feature film in a weekly diary. Pat, my lovely assistant, who you can't see right now, will be recording the whole process step by step, from the script to the character design, to the animation, to the sound, to the music, to the editing, to even the marketing and the film festival circuit of the making of my new animated feature film, Mutant Aliens.
Original concept.
This is Bill Plympton. I'm back again for part 2 of our weekly diary on the making of Mutant Aliens, my new animated feature film. Today we're going to talk about the origin of the idea. And I remember it was about 2 years ago, I was at my folks' rental house on the coast working on what I thought would be my next feature film about twins. One twin is evil and he becomes rich, famous, and loved by many. And then his other brother is a really good, princely guy, and he becomes hated and reviled and poor and lonely person. So anyway, I was working on the concept, and I saw this photograph of Laika, the Russian cosmonaut dog. And I was thinking, geez, you know, that poor dog is probably still up there in space, circling around the planet. And he's probably dead, of course, but there's probably a lot of other animals up there, mice and monkeys and lizards and frogs and ants and stuff. There's a whole zoo, a veritable zoo up there in space. I thought, what would happen if these animals got together, united, interbred, and created a mutant alien army, and they came back to attack the Earth for revenge. I thought, wow, that's a great idea. But I thought, well, they need some sort of leader. So I thought I'd put up a human up there who was also abandoned in space, and he becomes the organizer and leader, and he gets them going. And the exciting thing about this is I get to play with these animals, which are not cute, but they're kind of vicious and ugly and violent. And I've always been afraid to do animals because I always thought they were for kids. But this time these animals are not going to be cutesy animals. They're going to be really twisted, bizarre, surreal animals. So it gives me an opportunity to play with non-human cartoon forms. So I'm very excited about it.
If it's not fun, don't do it.
So I abandoned the twins idea immediately because I felt that the aliens was a much more interesting idea, had more possibilities for humor, and it just seemed like a more fun idea. And I think that that's the really very important rule when you're making films. If you're not having fun, don't do it. Do something else. And in all my projects, I've always had a ball. I've always been exploring different directions, different ideas, trying to add some whimsy and some craziness to basically a wild idea, and that's why it's been fun for me, and that's why I do it. The money is not the big thing. It's the pleasure in making the film and showing the film to an audience.
Where do you get your ideas?
So where do I get my ideas? Well, I live in New York City, which is a pretty twisted, surreal city to begin with. I did do a little bit of drugs in the 60s and 70s, and that freed my mind up to free associate, which I think is really important. And also I carry around a little book with me. It's also my wallet, of course, but in the front I have space for ideas that I get or visions that I see. So this is my couch here, my black couch. This is where I get a lot of ideas here. I just lay around early in the morning or in the afternoon when I'm kind of groggy and let my mind wander and sort of just see where it'll go. And I come up with a lot of ideas. I always have a little sketch pad with me or notepad, and I jot down the ideas. So I recommend it for all you young artists. And I think it's really important to keep your mind receptive, to always have it available for an idea. And once you get an idea or you see something that's interesting or fascinating or different or strange, then you take that idea and you play with it. You stretch it, you distort it, you exaggerate it, you switch it around. And funny ideas will come about. Let me give you an example. I was crossing street down by the Bowery, and there was a guys with squeegee guys who wash the windows and expect a nickel or a dime to wash your windows. And I thought, gee, that's kind of interesting thing. What would happen if you were standing on the corner and they came up to you with a tiny little squeegee and started squeegeeing your eyes? You know, how much money would you have to pay them? I mean, what do you owe them for cleaning of your eye? So after I got the idea for Mutant Aliens, it took me about 6 months to flesh out the script, and I jotted down little character sketches, joke ideas, concept ideas, you know, a little bit of dialogue, mostly though just the visuals, the kind of chase scenes and action scenes that I wanted. And instead of doing a storyboard, only a storyboard, I also put it in a book. And this is the French edition of the book called Mutant Aliens. There is going to be an English edition soon, and this is basically a graphic novel of the whole storyboard, but it's a much more detailed version. And there's 3 reasons I did this. One is it really helps me to redraw these characters over and over again in a defined way. It helps me really get a good feeling for the characters, for their voices, their personalities, how they react, how the backgrounds look, how the cars look, the trees. It really helps define the look of the film. 2, it's a good way to raise money. I get money for making these books, and hopefully that'll help finance the film. And 3, and probably the most important reason, it helps publicize the project. So when the film comes out, people say, hey, yeah, I saw that book. It's a really cool book. Let's go see the film. And that to me is something I haven't really been using in the past. And that's, I think, one of the problems my films haven't done as well as they should have done. So I'm be doing a lot of publicity with this documentary and with the book to help promote the film Mutant Aliens. Each of these characters will have their own personality and be kind of a twisted character. So be sure and tune in next week.
Gag ideas.
Welcome to week 3 of the Plympton Diaries, the making of Mutant Aliens. I'm Bill Plympton, of course. And today I want to talk about gag ideas for the film. So last week I came up with a concept for the film about these aliens that come back from outer space for revenge. And I want to play with how many humor possibilities can I come up with that concept. So I just start doodling. I start doing crazy sketches. Here's some sketches of some possible aliens. You can see there's a snake and some sort of 4-legged animal, a gorilla. I don't know, this looks like a beaver, some bugs, just animals that are fun to play with. So I just started doing a lot of sketching, a lot of doodling, and also at the same time I do what's called some rough drafts. And these are just sort of plot points in the film. And usually, you know, usually they'll be like half a paragraph long with some gag ideas, something like that. And then if I need some particular gag ideas, I go over to my file. Follow me. We're going to go look at my gag idea file. This is where all my gag ideas are. You can see they're all sort of under different headings as kissing gags, cartoon copies, sex cartoons, finished cartoons, weird drawings, Christmas card ideas, film ideas, cartoon ideas. So let's take the sex cartoon file and see if we can have any ideas that we can use for the feature film. I'll bring it over here with all my script, and I open it up, and each page has about, I don't know, 20 or 30 gag ideas. So I'll go down and read through them. And so the whole file has probably 1,000 gag ideas. So this is very important when you're doing the film and you need a gag. So I started sketching this is a nose, this is the queen nose. And this is his fantasy adventure on a foreign planet. One of the problems I had with the concept of Mutant Aliens was that when Earl, who's the hero, the human, comes back to Earth with his aliens, he needs a cover story. So I wanted to come up with an adventure that he had in space that would be used as a cover story. I thought, what if he landed on a weird planet and all these weird things happen, and you know, I came up with the usual idea of Martians and monsters and crazy characters and surrealist characters, and the thought occurred to me that it would be really whimsical, very funny. In fact, this is one of the ideas I found in my list, is if all the characters were body parts, like noses and ears and fingers and eyeballs and lips and things like that. Because people like to refer to themselves a lot. The human characteristics are very important, noses and mouths and things like that. So I thought that would be a funny idea to use for his adventures in space, his cover story for what he thought people would want to hear when he returned to Earth. So please tune in next week where we'll talk about drawing and designing these characters for the film, and see you then. Oops, I'm sorry. Second door down. These are my gag jokes.
Storyboards.
Hello, I'm Bill Plympton. Welcome to episode 4 of the Plympton documentaries, the making of Mutant Aliens. Today we talk about storyboard. As you can see behind me, this is the storyboard for Mutant Aliens. If I was a screenwriter writing a story for a movie, it would be in script form, but I'm an artist, I'm an animator, and so this is my script here. There's about 200 little sketches here. I like to keep them small like this, it's much easier to work with. And they plot out the whole development of the story and the characters. And what's really great about this is that I can move things around. If I want to put this gag up here, I can change it around. It's very fluid and very movable, so it's really easy to work with when it's a storyboard like this. So after I finished the storyboard, which I played around with and gotten to where I like it, then I transfer the drawings to book format. Each of these pages is a double page spread for a book. And you can see I really get into the timing here, I get into the detail. I start defining the characters a little bit more. I get to play with the perspective of the drawings. I get to like a wide angle shot, a close-up shot. It's really much more fun here. Now we get to become more cinematic, and this is where the characters start coming alive. Here's a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I get to really jazz it up and have fun with it. This is the takeoff, the close-up of the blast off, and then the long shot of the rocket, then a top view, and then a side view. So this is where it really starts taking shape. There's about 200 drawings here, or 200 pages rather, and that's about 10 drawings per page. So that's about 2,000 drawings, and the whole film is about 1,200 shots. So it's still a long ways to go in the book.
Did you design this as a comic book in the first place? Or?
Yeah, I did actually. I wanted to do publicity as a book, bring the book out before the film. So I started, once I finished the storyboard, I started playing with it as a book, as a graphic novel. And that's what this is all about. So once I finished this book novelization, a graphic novelization of the story, then I go in and do the finished book. And this is the book. It just came out actually last week, Mutant Aliens by NBM Press. And these are the same drawings here as you see in the sketches, but it's a lot more finished drawings. Let's see if we can find a page that's similar. Okay, here it is here. Here is the sketch, and here's the finished drawing. And you can see they're quite similar. But when I do the finished drawing, sometimes I'll see things that I don't like, and I'll change it. So it gives me that feeling of you know, changing things and making it better all the time. So watch for this. This will be in your bookstore. You can check it out. And also, when you see the film, then you can follow along with the book and check it out. Now this character here, and I don't have a name for him yet, he's sort of a hybrid of a crocodile and a dinosaur. He's sort of the character I played with first, and I really liked him a lot. And you'll notice when you see the film that this character disappears, or is changed actually to a frog character, and then this character does disappear. So that's what's so great about this, is you start playing around with these characters and you feel, oh, this character is just not making it. This character is not fun, he's not interesting. So you drop him, and then
You change them or bring in another character or just to simplify it, and that's the whole process. Is the more times you do these drawings, the more times you walk through the story, things become apparent that you want to change it, you want to make it better. So you sort of streamline the whole operation. So that's a very important part of it. So anyway, next time we will talk about the character development and the research of refining these characters. So please tune in next week, and thank you for watching.
Concept drawings.
Okay, I went through my space file and I got some pictures of a spacesuit guy. And since Earl, who's the star of the film, is an astronaut, I need a lot of pictures of astronauts wearing their outfits and everything. This is a catalog from the NASA Space Center. Actually, this is a very good picture of an astronaut. So from these pictures, I will start doing sketches of the character. And what I like about the suit is it's real bulky and kind of big and almost like a blimp-like. So I like playing with that kind of bulkiness. It's almost like a cartoon character because it's so bulky. The hands are very small, the feet are small, and the head's small. And it's just very visual. It's very visual to draw. I put little tubes in here and zippers and things like that. It's kind of a fun little outfit. So I'll do a lot of these drawings. In fact, I think I have some sketches here somewhere of more drawings of Earl. Yeah, here you are. These are some other drawings of Earl that I did. Just to play with the suit and different poses. So here's a photo of the spacesuit. I took off these rubber hoses. I think this is an earlier suit that they got rid of. But I use this for the color. I like that gray color. And the helmet's not very good for me because you don't see his whole head. So what I did is I gave him more of a glass helmet like this. I'll probably put a little glass dome like that, which is technically wrong, but artistically it works a lot better. You can see his face, and you can see his emotions a lot better with a glass dome for a head. I don't know, it's pretty much all-American kind of guy. He needs a generally big nose, greased back hair, which is my forte. The thing about the film is he's going to be wearing this suit throughout the whole film, so he probably is pretty stinky by the end of the film, but that's sort of the gag, is that he's got the suit on throughout the whole film. The beginning of the film starts off with him putting the suit on, and then for the rest of the film you see him with the suit. Now I'm going to show you some more poses, because it's really important that I have work out all the poses with this outfit. So I'll do him running, something like this. I love these small hands, tiny hands with really stubby fingers. It looks really great. And the big bulky suit is a lot of fun to work with. And I'll do the hand going bent like that. So it's almost like a child's proportions because the suit is so bulky. And you do a lot of wrinkles. The wrinkles are what makes it really cool. The more I draw the character, the more I sort of visualize how he's going to act and what his emotions will be, what his personal life is like, what his voice is like. I still haven't cast his voice. I don't know what his voice will be. So, although at this point I'm using my voice for the rough cut, but I will have to cast someone, someone really great voiceover artist to do him. I'll do a front view. But I keep the sketches really small like this, and I think it's important for artists to keep the sketches small, because you really find a lot of interesting things when they're small like this. You discover a lot of stuff. And that's an important part of doing these sketches, is really discovering where the different styles of line and different facial qualities, and you really discover a lot of great things. So this is him running. Then you guys start playing with the shadows, and that helps a lot too. So that's it. This is where I come up with the concept drawings. And what are we doing next week? We're doing character design, and this is where I'll start designing the animals, the mutant aliens themselves. So that'll be a lot of exciting adventures. So I'll see you next week.
Character design.
Hello, I'm Bill Plympton. Welcome to the Plympton Diaries. Today we're going to talk about character design. As you know, most directors, film directors, get to sleep with their starlets, the sexy actresses that star in their films. And since I'm an animation director, I don't have that kind of opportunity. But here I got Josie, the star of Mutant Aliens, and we just woke up. Had hot sex last night. Did you have a good time, Josie? Cute little Dickens. And she's, as you can see, she's got really cute boobies. So we're going to go to the drawing board now and talk about character design. So here are the transition drawings from the spider to the frog. You can see I started up here with the spider. And one of the problems was there's too many legs. That was really hard to draw, and then all the hair and everything. It was a lot of detail work. So I tried it some more, tried to simplify it, and then I realized that the frog was really the best character to use with that kind of body position, body shape. So I went from the spider to the frog, and then here's some more frog drawings that I did. I wanted to try this flat sort of mouth. It's kind of cool, and this is more cartoony here, very cartoony. And actually this drawing here I liked a lot, and this drawing I liked a lot. This one, his legs were too short. This one, his head was too tall.
That's funny though, I like that.
I don't know what was going on with that one. This one I liked a lot. But then as I kept drawing it, and I've done pages and pages like this, it's very important. Then I started going back to the photos again, and I really realized that the frog should look more realistic for it to be successful. I love the hands here. You can see the hands, and the eyes are, really sort of sticking up above. And then I wanted to put a little throat in there. So then once I got the character design down, then you got to keep drawing it over and over again, and that's what I'm doing here. Is you keep looking at the photographs. Mm-hmm. You do it from different angles. Here's an angle here. I love this. This is a really nice head here, and you can see the nose there, and you can see how the bottom jaw is very small, and the eyes are way in front of the mouth. See how the mouth goes back here, and the eyes are way in front, and then you do a eye on the other side. And so it's that kind of stuff that makes it look real, that kind of imagery that makes it look real, that helps it really communicate. Then I put some spots on there and some spots on the legs, so it has a real froggy feel. Now the next thing you got to really be aware of is that you're going to be drawing this character hundreds and hundreds, sometimes thousands of times. So you really want to simplify it as much as possible. Get rid of all the garbage and get it really simple, so as when you paint it, it's not so difficult to paint. So that's what happens when you draw it many times, is you start getting rid of all the garbage and just boil it down to its essence. And this is basically, I put the arms in there and the fingers. So this is kind of the character right here, and you can see how it's really copied from the photo. But then I just took the head and exaggerated and gave him really long legs. So the secret of doing good character design is drawing over and over and over, and sometimes hundreds of times before you start putting it on the animation drawing board, because once you start drawing it, it'll start evolving again. So you really want to make sure that the character is totally perfect for you. Talk to you later.
Layout.
Hello, my name is Bill Plympton. Welcome to the continuing series of the Plympton Diaries, the making of Mutant Aliens. Today we're going to talk about layouts. So as I told you before, this is the book that I did, the graphic novel of the film Mutant Aliens. And I chose a series of drawings, here it is here, page 166, of the chase. And this is Dr. Fubar jumping in the little cart, and this is Dr. Fubar being chased by the aliens who are in another little cart. So it's kind of like a Keystone Cops chase, and they swirl back and forth between the trees, and then just another little angle. So basically it's just a chase sequence. So I'm going to take that and make it into animation. So what I do is I get a bunch of 8.5 by 11 just typing paper, regular typing paper, and come up with ideas, gag ideas for the chase. This is him jumping in to the cart, and the arrow shows what's happened, what the action is in this shot. So this is just one shot. This could be like 3 seconds up to 8 seconds, something like this. This will probably be about 3 second shot. You jump it into the cart and it takes off. And then shot 2 is the aliens jump in the cart and they chase after. Here you can see Dr. Fubar with the dust, and then this is the aliens. I can use a really rough sketch like this because I sort of know what's going on anyway, so I don't have to do all the details. And then here they are zigzagging around the trees. This is a shot from the air, and you can draw them zigzagging in front of the trees. This is shot 3, but we're near the end of the film, so it's 12:01. This whole sequence started at 1200. It's actually a sequence. 1200, 1200A, 1201, 1202. And this is an angle shot, and they're reaching out for him. And the cars are going up and down like a little trolley car. Then this is a shot from the front. Here's Dr. Fubar from the front, and they're trying to grab him with all these tongues and legs and feet and mouths and everything. So it's kind of a scary shot. And this is a POV of the aliens. This is him watching him zigzag, and you see him turning his head back. So it indicates to me what I'm going to do in the animation, how I'm going to have him looking back. And this is them reaching the blast-off pad, the launch pad, and the car, Fubar's car zips up. He jumps in the elevator, goes up, and here comes the aliens behind. Here's a top shot of him jumping into the elevator, and the elevator is going up. Actually, this is Dr. Fubar's here. And then the aliens' car stops. They jump in their cart, and they go up. So the whole sequence is about seven different shots. And so once those are laid out, then I can start doing the real animation. And also I forgot to mention that I put notes down here in the bottom of the layouts for visual reference when I'm doing it. So as I'm at the drawing board, I'll pull out each layout, put it on my drawing board, and then I will do the animation, and then stick the layout in the scene when it's done.
Figure animation.
Okay, this is Bill Plympton. More of Mutant Aliens, the Plympton Diaries. Today we're going to do another piece of animation. This is Boris, the bad guy. Now what happens is, he's in a balloon. You saw in the earlier scene, he's in this balloon and he gets popped, and so he lands on top of the rocket launch site. This is the finished background. This is the TV camera, and I want a gun over here in the corner because he picks up a gun. So I made a little more of a detailed layout here of him landing. So first thing I got to do is draw the gun on a separate level. This is what this is here. It's almost like a AK-47 submachine gun. Those are the real ones, yeah. They look good. They're good looking guns. Little shadow underneath. So it looks like it's laying there. Okay, there's my gun for now. I need Boris to fall and land on his feet and then turn around, pick up the gun and run off. So I need to get a pose. So what I do is I usually like this, and I sort of look at where my knees are, where my arms are, you know, like that. And he turns around, sees the gun, and then you sort of reach down like this. So I'm going to try and mimic this. This is what all animators have to do. They have to act, be able to act. So he lands here, looks, turns ahead, sort of raises his butt, and reaches over for the gun. That's what he's going to be doing. So I'm going to replace this background with a more see-through background because it's easier to animate with. This is the same background. And then this is my sort of rough animation. I'll probably have his legs come down like this. Then he turns and looks, sees the gun. And then he gets up and reaches for the gun. Like that, there's his head there. And then he runs off with the gun to the side. It's really good to keep it loose like this because it's easier to design a character when it's loose like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the main drawings. So here he is, here's his feet coming down. Feet are very hard to draw. You should look at a lot of people's feet because shoes are very hard to draw. I like to keep them small too. So something like that, that's him coming down. Here's the shadow. That's V1. And then V2, the shadow gets bigger. And then there's V3, him coming down. And then V4, he'll hit the ground. This will be V4. And his head will go down. Now I look at his faces here to make sure it looks like him. Kind of a Cro-Magnon face. He's kind of a bruiser guy, so he's almost like an animal. And then the shoulders go out like that. His hands are like that. And his knees are out there like that. And I'll put his feet in here. And then the shadow underneath. Actually, I don't think that shadow's going to match, so I have to move the shadow. Yeah, heavy on the eyebrows and the nose. Okay, so that's him landing. And then he turns around and sees the gun. Actually, no, he's got to pop up a little bit. He's got to recoil. I don't know why I draw the face first. Maybe it's just the most important part of the drawing, but so now I keep the hands the same place, so I just retrace the hands. And his butt comes up a little bit as a recoil. So here he is sort of bouncing back from the fall. Actually, you know what, I should put some stuff flying here because when he lands there's all this dust and dirt that flies all over the place. And a lot of shadow here, a lot of heavy shadow. And then number 4, the dirt kind of flies off a little bit. Okay, now it's time for him to spot the gun. So here he is landing, boom, it pops up.
Shadows.
Hello, I'm Bill Plympton. Welcome to the Plympton Diaries. Today we're going to talk about preparation of the drawings for the ink and paint and for the copying. So now this is the scene colored, and the reason I want to show it to you is because I really want to impress on the fact that the shadows are a really important part of my art. Here's some shadows here, and you can see on the back of the painting how the shadows are painted, and it's really, it adds a lot of character and strength to it. Particularly good is the Lizzie, we call him, the lizard, and see how strong, how the shadows really make him a strong, interesting character. And so that's why I think it's important to do the shadows. It's a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, and it's hard for the painters to paint it because they have to do a dark and a light of each shade of the color. But I think it just really adds a reality to it that I think is important to the film. Okay, now this is the background that I did. This is Earl, dead Earl, sort of laying on this tombstone here. And it's this is watercolor, I don't know if you can tell, and I pasted the watercolor on the background. So this is the background, doesn't move at all. And I did a tracing of it on regular paper, very thin paper, so I don't need the background because I can't see through it. So now I have the form of the background. Then I put the drawing of the characters. These are the characters you saw in the film, and they're very sad. You can see they're very sad. So what's going to happen is this beam of light is going to come down and shine on Earl's dead body. But I need to do the shadows here of these characters. And one of the interesting things about it is when this light comes down, it reflects, it sort of glows. I want it to glow, so in effect, this is the center of the light. This is where it's sort of like a light beam, and it gives off the shadows. So what that means to me is that all the shadows will be on the back of the characters, and that makes it easy for me to do the shadows. So first off, what I'll do is I will do the detail. Okay, this is Lizzie, the lizard, gets scales, and it's really kind of fun. It's a very relaxing thing to do, given the scales. They don't always have to match. They just each time I draw the scales differently, but generally they're the same. So this is the final step before the drawings are handed off, and basically this is the final step of my part of it, because once I finish these drawings, they go to the ink and paint department, and I'm done with them. Next time I see them, they're on film. I put all the spots on them and everything. So now what I do is I do the shadow. So we got to figure out the shadow. So I start shading in the back, so that because the light is in the center and it sort of glows, so I want them to be to reflect that light that's glowing on them. And so the characters in front will be pretty much in silhouette because the light is in front of them. So it's something like that. It's pretty sloppy. As you can see, it's really kind of a sloppy business doing the shadows. But when you do the color of the paint in there, it sort of works well, and it has a nice texture. I really like it a lot. I like the handmade kind of feel, the feeling that it's done by hand, and it's almost like an old master's drawing. I like that sort of cross-hatching and stuff. Okay, there it is. I'll put some shadows out here because the light is glowing. Turn this off here. You can see there's I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's the dead Earl, and so you get an idea of where the shadows go. And see how they're sort of going out, they're floating out. That's from the light. Actually, that should go more like that. Okay, now I'll do the shadows for the painters to follow, and then I do an outline and follow my shadows that I did with pencil, and that makes it so much easier. See, like that. And then here the Bubbles guy, do the feet. Then I gotta do some lines. Now some of the old animators, the Disney animators, do this in blue line. I don't really see the point in it. I like doing it in pencil. But a lot of people are used to this in blue line. But it gives you a lot of texture, or a lot of reality. It makes it look real, and that's what I like about it. I think shading, although it really is a time-consuming process, is a very important part of the animation process. See, so on the back, as you can see, are the shadows, and so this is what the artist will use to do the shadows, and then this is what it looks like. This is what they're Xerox in the front. Okay, that's it for today. Next week we'll go on to the next step of the animation process of Mutant Aliens, Plympton Diaries, and be sure to look for the book Mutant Aliens with MBM Press, and it's in most of your big bookstores. See you next week. Toodaloo.
Painting.
Hello, I'm Bill Plympton, and we're back with the Plympton Diaries, the making of Mutant Aliens. Today we're going to talk about painting the film, and this is probably one of the most important parts of the film because this is where the drawings become color, and they're ready to go to camera. So this is one of my painters, Signa Bauman, who you've probably seen in a lot of my films. She's the Picasso of painting cells.
Rolls Royce.
The Rolls Royce of painting cells. I'm sorry. So I'm going to let you, let Signa talk to you and tell everybody how to do it, because frankly I don't know how to do it. So she knows more than anybody, so I'll let her talk.
Well, I learned it from you, Bill.
Yeah, right.
We get that drawing. First we get the drawing, Bill gives us a drawing. And then we have to decide colors. And Bill gives general idea. He says, the secretary, blue dress, Josie, blue dress. This is kind of like, you know, hockey. And then we take the jars over here. And this ready jars from Cartoon Color. And it says ochre, number 20. And then we mix it with white. And we create colors which have names like queen, chair, shadow, like missile, number 211, like all Josie's hair. And then when the colors are mixed up and we got approval from Bill Plympton himself, who is the president of animation, then and there's all characters are designed and all the colors are written down, so there would be no shift in colors in the middle of scene. Nobody can change her skirt, you know, it has to be the same color. And when all the colors are decided, we just go to our tables and we sit down. And like, for example, I got to paint dog. Now I'm turning this light box on. But you put, like, it's like a factory. You put all the drawings one by another one. And you know, this is one drawing, this is another drawing, and this is another drawing. So, you know, there are all the dog drawings here. I got to paint a dog, so I find dog colors. I find dog shadow and dog. And I flip the drawing over. You see the drawing was like this.
Okay.
And I have to flip it over, so the cell would be from the other side. So, you know, from this side it looks like this with lines. Mm-hmm. And from the other side it's just getting painted like that. I painted his shadow. Look, it's just his shadow. And now I'm coloring his skin coloring. And I painted already his top of his nose. And I didn't paint his tongue yet. You need the light box because it shows you if you covered it evenly. You have to cover it evenly because if you cover it with lumps, then cameraman has a problem with Newton rings. And if you cover it very thinly, then the background shines through.
Now, if you make a mistake and you go beyond the line, you can just...
like for example, like this. I did a mistake, so I pushed it up back with finger.
Ah.
So it's nothing really like, you know, criminal if I do a mistake. You can do mistake, but you got to be quick to to fix it because otherwise, if it dries out, it's harder to scratch it off.
Yeah. Now you have to let one color dry before you can put on another color, right?
Yeah, but if you are in a really hurry and if you do it really, really careful, you can do it. If you're in hurry.
So there's the color.
And then from the other side. I don't know which you like better.
I kind of like both, actually. Yeah.
It's an animation. Like that. After we finish painting, like this scene is finished painting, this is a bad guy, right? So we put the background on, and it's, partially, just to check the setup. Then we put his body on a cell, playing violin like this. And because he doesn't have hand, so we put this thing on his hand. And then it's important that these match lines would match, So this hand here and this hand here, and it would be, like the colors should match also.
You're gonna make sure that other hand lines
Right.
up too. I see.
Right.
Okay.
And we have to really check it before cameraman gets it. Because if cameraman gets it off a bit like this, he has a problem to shoot this.
And the problem being that the shoulder's in the wrong place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but right now it matches perfectly well,
Yeah.
so he will be very happy.
Right.
That's what I want to say. And the next step, I guess, is checking and cleaning, and then going to camera. And you've got to be very fast still painter because there are so many things to paint always, and painting is the most time-consuming from all the processes here. The pegging is easy, copying is easy, and the painting takes more time because each color, and you have like 12 colors for each character, each color has to be, put in, and it takes like 30 seconds or 40 seconds. For some people, it takes minutes to put one color in. So if you put 12 colors, 12 times 1 minute, it makes 12 minutes for each drawing, and there are hundreds and thousands of drawings, so it's many, many hours, So you really have to be fast. And I say always that animation is like a knitting, You make like one little loop, you make a sweater, but it takes time to get there.
What you having, Bill?
He eats also sometimes.
He eats sometimes?
Yeah, he eats sometimes. Not very often.
He's sneaking into the corner to have a
I'm eating
look.
my lunch, yeah. Bananas and yogurt and granola.
And you, Dr. Frubar, could have been a human being if only you'd put people before profits. Backgrounds.
Hello, I'm Bill Plympton. Welcome back to the Plympton Diaries. Today we're going to talk about doing backgrounds, and this is my setup, my blank white sheet for the backgrounds. The scene today we're going to do is a picture of the White House, and this is actually a more close-up view of it. I decided to make a longer view of it, so this is from the book Mutant Aliens. Be sure to pick that up. So this is the layout sheet that I go by, and you can see this is the White House, very small, with trees around here, and it's scene 602. So I'm going to set up this background shot right now. So what I did, I went to a model shop and picked up a White House, plastic replica White House. And the next I got to put the, you can see, I wanted to put some trees there. So what I did, I made some little, these are train set trees, that, if you ever model trains. And then put some sticks in them and then put some clay around them. So they can just stick in like that. Now you'll notice I sprayed them white, and there's a good reason for that, is because when I take a picture of it, if they're too dark, they'll turn black and you won't be able to see the texture of the tree. So when you paint them white, the texture is a little more visible. So that's why I do that. Another trick I like to do is do some foreshortening, which is basically just taking perspective and playing with perspective. So what I'll do is I'll take a smaller trees and then put them in the back, and these are much smaller, but what they do is they really make the perspective exaggerated. It looks like they're like really a long ways away, so it really helps with the skewing of perspective. I'm forcing perspective. They call it forcing perspective. For one setup, you can shoot 3 or 4 different angles, and you save a lot of money on painting backgrounds. So now this light here is going to be the sun. So what I'm going to have to do is have a really strong single light and no supplementary lights. So yeah, you can see now it looks a little more real. Now the camera I use has a fisheye lens. This has a very wide angle lens, and I needed to exaggerate the perspective. So yeah, that looks beautiful. Oh, that's great. So I'll take a bunch of pictures. Yeah, you got to keep it low to give it a realistic look. Okay, we took the film, it's black and white film by the way, to the lab, and we had contact sheets made. So this is the contact sheet from the White House series. And so these are the photographs of the White House that we took, and I circled, you can see I circled in red the prints I want made. So this is the one I selected right here. So I took this to the negatives to the lab, and they printed this shot up.
Background.
This is the shot that I get back from the lab. Actually, I've already started painting. You can see it's black and white. In fact, here's the back. Here's my kitchen here, and there's the seamless white background. And so this is the White House here. And these are my little trees that I planted, and I painted little blobs of paint on them. So what I'm going to do today for you is to paint in the sky. Here's a background I finished. I left the sky blank because what I'll do is I'll cut out the trees and then put different backgrounds on here. I can do a dark sky or a light sky or a sunny sky. But this is, again, a car. This is the car I use. It's a model car, and I really distorted the perspective. That's what the fisheye lens does. Then I painted the shadows, and actually the shadows were pretty much on the trees already. But I like to really exaggerate the shadows here. So it's all the gray is almost the same value, and it looks really nice. Here's some other backgrounds. This is actually this is a soap dispenser bottle, a large soap dispenser bottle. And I put some cones underneath it for the jets, and then this is a model train bridge that I found in a hobby shop, and I use that for the tower. Then you can see I painted the yellow in the background and the green for the grass, but all the shadows look really real because they're photographed models. And here's a little wooden model that one of my assistants made, and I painted the background. It has a nice sort of texture to it that I like. Then here is a mountain where the observatory is on, and actually I can show you that mountain. Why don't you follow me? Yeah. In fact, this is the model for the rocket ship. Here, you can see it's a what do you call this? Bleach. It's a bleach bottle. And I put a little nose cone. I just took out the front and put a little nose cone on it.
And that's the ad ship.
That's the ad ship, exactly. And then this is a little paper mache mountain that I made, and this is it photographed and painted. You can see it's, then I put the little telescope on top, the observatory, and this is, actually I got this from the Sundance Film Festival. This is that snow thing they did, and I sprayed it. So you gotta be resourceful. But these look really good. They're very, very powerful and very dramatic, and I like the look. When you paint them, they really look very nice. So these are where all my model setups are. This is a close-up of the observatory, and this is the tower, the tower for the rocket ship takeoff. The reason I keep them is because if I need a new model, a new angle that I don't have, I have to keep those until the film is finished. Then I can throw this junk away, but until then I need it. I need the stuff here. I use oil paint. And the reason why I use oil paint is because it has a nice consistency, and you can really get some good colors. And what color do I want to do the sky? So I have my oils here. These are my oil paints. And I want sort of a rosy feel, a sort of a nice rosy feel. So I'll do some yellow ochre, some regular yellow. Well, they're natural colors. I want natural colors. Let me get a brush. Well, I mean, like this grass will not be the same as the other grass. I don't want all the grass to be identical. I want different shades of grass. From one shot to the next, I want it to change because it's more interesting that way. Okay, here's, I got white. I've already done the grass and the White House. I just put a nice little color of white, sort of amber, mostly white though, for the White House.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can't be. It is.
Come on, Josie.
Camera. Bill, what'd you do with your movies?
It's in the film?
Yeah, where is it?
It's in the bottom there.
Okay, we got film. Film. And we got an A to B movie.
You got an A to B move? Yeah. It's. We just want to see some drawings.
Let's see this field guide for the A to B movie. I'll just make it like it's a 10 field.
Oh, shit, that's a nice piece of art, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful.
Today we are here with my cameraman extraordinaire, John Donnelly. This is what he's got to shoot today. No, I'm joking.
I'll have it done by the end of the week.
So we're in crunch time, basically, is what it is. We have 2 more months to finish this film, shooting and editing, and to get ready for Sundance. So this is one of the final stages of it, is shooting the picture.
Whoa. Okay, Bill, this one looks like a kind of a snap zoom here. We got about a 4 field through 10 field in like what, 6 frames? From 8. Boom,
Yeah,
it's like 8
yeah.
frames.
He like turned his head and said, "Whoa."
Yeah. Yeah. What is my future wife doing under that big nose?
By the way, there's 1,400 shots in this, and John says he's done over halfway. I say 700 is halfway. He says 400 is halfway.
No, I'm in the 6s now.
Let's see, the car explodes.
Oh, okay.
I want
we
the
got these
flare. I want
flames.
to flare a little bit. And when it explodes, I want to flare and jump around. It's quickie.
No, like hot, hot, hot.
Well, white.
Almost a white. Should
Yeah,
we do?
almost a white? Yeah.
Should we do a fade to white? A long one?
Can you just overexpose it?
I can. You want to just snap it into the overswing?
Yeah, just snap it and then fade,
You got a pencil there?
fade to normal after about a second.
Back to normal.
What about you bringing your time-lapse camera in here and shooting me animated? We can run that over between the credits, closing credits.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
getting
set
that
up-
camera back, actually.
Oh, good. Just set it up and I'll just we do it for a day or something, or maybe 2 or 3 hours. Just me
Oh,
drawing.
we'll set it up and it's on automatic.
Yeah. So you don't have to be here. Hopefully.
Don't have to be here at all, and we can set it up and let it run for a couple of days. It's on
Yeah.
the job site now, but it's coming on.
Okay, great. I've never seen that before. That'd be kind of fun for
Yeah.
closing credits. No, he really has been my cameraman for how long now, John? 10, 15 years?
15
Yeah,
almost.
it's been a long relationship. So after John goes through all the scenes with me, if there's any problems or questions that I can answer or mistakes that have to be fixed, then once we both approve of the shot, then he takes them back to New Jersey and shoots them. And I guess that's where we'll go next, is to John's camera in beautiful Jersey City, New Jersey, right?
That's right. That's right.
The garden spot of
The Garden State, yes. There is a garden.
the garden spot of the Garden State, yes.
The camera garden. And here's the lamp house, so you can project the reticle down if you want to frame things up. The computer gives us 16 axes of motion control. This will be roll 17. But it's still good for the video guy to show all the different steps between white and black. There's 19 steps in that. You know, a good transfer should show most of them. And shoot the snake. Hey, a quick question for you. I got a scene here, 768, and the president is standing next to a guy with a loaded pistol ready to fire. And there's a close-up, and it pulls out, or does it push in? It's A to B, but you didn't mark A and B. I don't know. You want to go in or out of it? This will be the end of the shot. I'll see all of them then. And then, there we go. It goes from him. I'll zoom in to the guy with the gun. It's coming in. It's coming in. Coming in for a landing. All that heart palpitating action. All right, take two.
Cool.
There you go.
Daddy, who are those monsters?
Come on, Josie, we gotta get out of here. Who introduced me? I know you're out there, Dr. F. Music.
Today we're going to talk about music, doing the music for Mutant Aliens. This is the house of Hank Bones. We're out here in beautiful Brooklyn. I'm not going to give you the address because I don't want you storming it. Anyway, this is where his studio is. So we're going to go inside and do some of the music for Mutant Aliens. I've come out here about 2 or 3 times this year doing some music. So this hopefully will be the last time that we do the final music. So let's go on inside. This is the inner sanctum here. This is Hank Bones, the music producer and musician, and this is Maureen McKillen, the music writer and musician, and they're working together on the music. So we're basically doing the last few songs of the film.
I'm making something up. That's all I'm doing. Making it up. It's gonna be nutty.
Yeah,
crazy.
See you later, Anthony.
I'll see you.
Hank.
I'm
See you
sorry.
later, old bean.
I'll be
You
around.
wanna walk him
Just
out?
go. No, I'm okay.
We're layering Wagnerian sounds on a very edgy track.
You say Wagner, I say Wagner.
Wagner. Wagner. Let me try it. Let's try one.
Oh, baby, you go, girl.
Da da da, da 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 da.
Yeah. not
ugly.
sweet, not jingle. Ugly.
Okay.
Okay, let's take this again.
There's not much call for ugly, is there?
There is here.
Da da da!
Shinkies!
Shinkies? Shinkies! Shinkies! Yeah, okay, shinkies.
Dramatic, right?
How about schminky?
Schminky! Schwarzelt!
Schminky!
And another word, too. Schminky! How about schminky? Schwitzy!
Spritzel. How about
Right,
spritzel?
Spretzel. Schminky spretzel.
Just spritzel.
Spretzel!
Spritzel, yeah, okay.
Spretzel!
Spritzel! Spritzel!
Daram, daram, daram. Daram, daram, daram. Der Preis voll Fleisch, Gitzen, Gissen, nach du Leber.
Let's see how that worked.
It's the green alien that's dangling is about to fall. We should write an opera. This is school. It'd be easy, wouldn't it?
Can you start from a high A?
Let's see.
Oh, wait a minute.
Let me try it. And just going down.
Yeah.
I gotta back up.
Katzenbogen, 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 nach du Leber.
Well, a few more loud and glorious high C's, and we're gonna finish up with this. And what it's gonna be like, only God and you knows. And here we have.
Just having a pickin' party. On Bill's dime. Fun on Bill's dime. Yep. Okay then.
All right,
And
so
it's off. It's back to work now. Everybody back on your heads.
here we go.
You know?
Let the nails sink in.
Katzenbogen, 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 nach du Leber. Voices.
Hello, this is Bill Plympton. We're at Full House, and Phil Lee is our engineer. We're doing the voiceovers, actually the voices for Mutant Aliens, and we're now looking at the. Look at, here we go. You got it, Phil. So we got a full day ahead of us. Lots of voices, lots of characters.
Are you ready, Kevin?
I am, sir, don't you know? Oops.
Okay, this is shot 336A, take 4.
That's blasphemy! He's the devil!
Do it again.
Give us one more for take 4, and careful of the blasphemy. We got a little bit of a pop, please.
That's blasphemy! He's the devil!
Can you give me a little more of a southern twang on that, Kevin?
That's
Thanks.
blasphemy!
There you go, there you go.
Yep.
And this is take 5 for 336A.
That's blasphemy! He's the devil!
One more take.
Once more.
That's blasphemy! He's the devil!
There you go. That's it.
Great.
Was that take 4 or?
That was 5B.
The devil!
Okay, yeah, I like that one. Okie doke, is that it, John?
I think that's it on the preacher, yeah.
Okay, let's see, Matt, Matt, you were here first, so let's get you, Thank you very much, let me get you a check here.
It was fun.
I just need your release.
That's blasphemy!
Daddy, Daddy!
He's the devil!
Daddy!
For, scene
436. This is rhythmic panting of the Queen nose, and it's take 14.
I'm sorry, now you can moan.
Moan?
Do that heavy breathing and the moaning, you know.
Okay.
And this is for shot 436. It's heavy breathing and moaning, and it's take 15.
Very good. Very good.
Is that better?
Very good.
You feeling better?
Let's just start with a countdown. Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Susie.
Thanks,
Did you get a
Bill.
videotape?
No.
Okay. Did you get a check?
No.
You signed the contract though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can have her release. Wow, what is it? Wow, what is it? Wow, what is it? No, it's a fucking asteroid! No, it's a...
Both of those, I'm sorry, both of those, John, you gotta really, you're looking at a big screen on a wall. What is it? It's a fucking asteroid! So you really gotta back up.
Project.
And let go, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause it's a big room, you know, that big spacious room.
Yeah.
This is take 30 for worker number 1 and for shot 194.
Wow, what is it? Wow, what is it? Wow, what is it? Wow, what is it? No, it's a fucking asteroid! No, it's a fucking asteroid! No, it's a fucking asteroid!
Jeez, all three of those are good.
Yeah.
Which one did you like, Phil?
I like B. I thought it was really.
Wow, what is it?
A new sun?
A new planet.
No, it's a fucking asteroid!
And it's heading our way!
You've got to call Dr. F.
Test screening.
The last scene has been painted, so in honor of that, we have this party tonight, where we're grilling up some chicken and having some beer and some salads
And drinks.
wine and oh, it's a pretty merry occasion. I think it's a sense of relief.
This is our wrap party. We're wrapping. Actually, tomorrow we're wrapping, but it's such a beautiful day today. We decided to have a little picnic tonight. It's a very pleasant night in New York City. And these are three of my best painters, Lori, Celia, and Andrea from all over the world here.
Oh, look at this. Beautiful.
And you spelled it right, too. How come it's green? What is that? What does that mean?
So it looks mutant.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have looked at it immediately. That's great.
Delphine, how do you
This
feel?
is Delphine.
Yes,
She
hello.
was actually head of production for about 6 months.
Yeah, well, 9 months or something.
Yeah, 9 months. Now they've been putting in very long hours, and it's partly my fault. But they're doing a really good job. I mean, it's so exciting to have this film finally done after 2 years.
How do you feel now?
Well, I want to see how it looks, actually. I'm not quite sure how it's going to look, and I want to test it. I want to see how people respond to it.
Okay, smile. All right.
Ooh, Mutant Aliens 2000.
And it's green.
Oh, and it looks mutant.
You nervous? Preview time. No. I just, it's just a drudgery that has to be done for the film. It's an important part. Signa, what did you do to your hair?
What do you
thing.
Oh, geez, I thought you cut it off. How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Your two guys are here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Hey!
And I think that previewing the film is a very important part of making an animated film. This is, I think, my third test audience. And it's a really important part of getting feedback from the audience so I know what jokes are working and what's not working, what's boring, that sort of stuff. So I'll turn it on, and after the film, we'll see what you guys think of it. Okay? You guys want to take a break, get something to drink, or use the bathroom or something?
All after.
Be my guest.
No, I had a couple of questions. I have to actually go very quickly, but I remember in the very beginning of the chase, all of a sudden they speed up and there's a swish and swish and swish. What is that about?
Well, it was an experiment I wanted to try, and obviously nobody likes it, so
Well,
it's
what is it?
coming
What is
out.
it?
Well, it's just it's these people. They're going so fast that they're so blurred that you can't see them. It's supposed to be like a visual joke.
I think that I think it worked. The only
No,
thing
I don't think it. Well, a couple people have said that they felt like I lied to them because I told them this whole big fantastic story about the nose planet, and then all of a sudden, forget about that. It's actually another reality. Did that bother you at all?
That's what he was doing. He was lying to them, wasn't he?
Yeah.
There was one moment where I thought we weren't going to know the truth. Because after the first segment, he tells her.
Right.
And I thought that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
That I was never going to know. Because it was that lofty, though.
Yeah.
But then I didn't mind learning because it really spread out more and it took me to a different place.
Thanks a lot, guys. You've really been helpful. I wish I could put your name in the credits, but it just doesn't. It's too late.
Pre-publicity.
So anyway, I was here calling somebody on the phone. I was yelling at him for not returning my betas back. John, you asshole, you told me you returned my betas. You never did. I want them back right now. I was really angry, and I hung up like that, and I was like fuming around, and then the phone rings, and I thought it was him calling back. I said, yeah, what do you want? And they said, oh, by the way, your film got into Sundance. You're in the midnight show. And I go, uh-huh, uh-huh. Thank you very much. I'm very happy about it. That's a little recreation. This is pre-publicity. And we have Andrea here who helps with the computer while John is gone. And what we did is we made a little trailer for the film and we put it on the internet. It's already on Atom Films. So Atom Films, you can look at the trailer. Also, what else we've been doing, we made, Andrea actually made this. This is an ad that's going to be in the Sundance Film Festival catalog. And it promotes the film, and Atom Films is one of the sponsors of the ad, and it shows the screening for the film. Also, this is something that Andrea made up. This is a flyer. We're going to hand out flyers to everybody. Actually, it's going to be more like a postcard. It's going to be, yeah, it's a little small, so we can mail it to people and also hand it out to people. And on the back, we'll have the screening times for the world premiere. I don't know if you can see that or not. At the Egyptian at January 24th, and Thursday, January 25th at the Village 3, Holiday Village 3. And then I'm doing a book signing for the Mutant Alien book at Dolly's bookstore the next day. So this gives everybody who's at Sundance the basic information on how to partake in the Mutant Alien experience. Also, another thing we came up with is we're going to do little keychain viewers. It's a little viewer, you put up the light, but you sort of associate these things with French postcards, real sexy, scandalous stuff. So we chose some scenes from the film that have a little bit of nudity and a little bit of violence, and it's really sort of
outrageous kind of stuff. So people will collect these and try and get the whole set of each scene. And that's the point anyway. We're going to do about 200 of these and hand them out to special people only. Celebrities, distributors, press, people that are really, really important to the success of the film. So that's what we have planned for pre-publicity for the film, mostly for Sundance, but also we can use these for other film festivals too if they're successful. If it plays in Berlin or some famous European festival like Annecy, we will definitely use the... This is a hat. John Holderried made this for me. It's a one-shot hat. And then we have this sweatshirt that everybody who goes to Sundance gets a free sweatshirt, a Mutant Alien sweatshirt. So this will help hopefully create the buzz for the film. So everybody will be talking about it and want to go see it and want to see it in movie theaters.
You become quite the marketer here.
Well, you got to. Marketing is an important part of the process. And then here's a, this is the invitation for the book party, for the book signing. We'll be handing these out too, around Main Street, so people can check out the book signing.
It's almost like you're getting ready for a party or something, like a carnival atmosphere or something.
Well, it's more like a war, an attack, an invasion of Park City, Utah. That's what it is more likely.
Festival.
But we got a lot of stuff to do today. We got a sketch pad. I'm going to do some characters of the film. I brought some drawings, some original artwork from the film. Horizon line. So I love doing stuff like this. Don't ask me why. It just seems proper. It seems right. Guys with suits should always be skewered. I don't know.
World famous animator, indie superstar.
Here at Sundance at the Adam Lab. Well, here we are. This is very exciting. This is Sydney, my producer's rep from Holland, and my artist back here, and we're going to the Adam Film Party.
Do you have a dirty one?
Yeah, we go to dirty. Do you want to see it?
Try see if it...
I want the one that my music is on. Oh, this one. I see. It's cojones.
Is that the animal? Can I see it?
That is dirty. Oh my god.
Hey, wait.
Does it have the... But I don't get this one.
No, keep it if you like.
What's this guy doing? I don't get it.
Does it need
Yeah, it does. There's one more. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Oh my god.
Do this. Oh my god. Oh my god, it works. Look. Frame it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
This is Sydney Nader, who is handling foreign sales and is my producer's rep.
It's a great pleasure to welcome you to this evening's midnight series screening of Mutant Aliens. This is a festival that I've talked a lot about in terms of animation. You know, in some ways, independent animation is something of an oxymoron. It's something that really has never fully existed, with the exception of Bill Plympton. You know, we've shown Bill Plympton's works for years. He's the only person I knew who literally took on major feature films as an animator. This year was interesting because there were 3 other feature films in the festival that have animated segments in them, and it's also very, very clear that a lot of the way production aesthetics and a lot of, in fact, I think a whole new generation of filmmakers are going to be using animation a lot. That said, it's really great that we have someone here who's with the same level of perversity and wonderful style that he's always had. It's a great pleasure to introduce to you Bill Plympton.
Wow, what an honor to be introduced by Jeffrey Gilmore. That is, that's the best. This is much better screening than last night. The last night was so depressing. People recognize that.
Yeah, it was really terrific.
Yeah.
So do you have to be a cute girl to work in your studio?
Well, they're all young students. I don't know, women are just better artists than guys.
There you
I don't
go.
know why. But
That is.
made up.
You are the one. Get a photo too?
Of course, yeah.
Alright.
All right, right over here. 1, 2, 3.
Great.
Perfect.
Thank you. Zach Orth, famous actor.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Very nice.
See all this Brazilian music.
Film premiere.
My name is Bill Plympton, and this is Allie, the alligator from Mutant Aliens. We're here at Kim's Video to promote Mutant Aliens, the movie. And this is Allie, the alligator. And he's really nice. He doesn't hurt people, does he? No, he doesn't hurt people. He's soft. Look, he's very soft. He's friendly. And he likes love. He needs love. We all need love. Be careful now. He's very sensitive. Don't be too sensitive. Mutant Aliens, the movie? Mixing with the people, you know.
I go there.
Really getting people excited about it.
Yeah.
They don't have this.
You better be careful. A dog is coming.
Oh, here comes a dog. Yeah, he's gonna pee on you. Yes, I have to gauge at people when they come by if they're my audience or not. Like if it's older people or really young kids, I know it's not my audience. So there's also if they're a little outrageous, you know. Mutant Aliens, a movie. Like this guy, very outrageous. He definitely gets the card. So I sort of look at him and say, would they be, would they be my audience? And thank you. Oh my God, this guy's got a death wish. Mutant Aliens, the movie.
What's this?
Very weird. It's an animated film.
Oh.
This is the star of the film right here.
Hello.
Okay. Very good.
Thanks a lot.
Tell me if you like it.
Thanks, man.
You bet. Come to the screening. It has a big party afterwards.
There?
Are you guys? I'm stepping on his tail. Saying yes. On his tail.
Oh, strawberries in plastic. Oh, you have to take it out of the plastic. Hi.
Mutant Aliens, a movie. Check it out. Let me give you an invitation to the party.
I've got leaves in my
House, haven't you? Pulling up 8 to 12. How you doing? I don't know what, the same thing as Sunday.
I figured this would be our opportunity to get in tonight.
We had a blizzard. It's awesome.
If you want to buy tickets, buy for the tent and show. You don't hang out in front of the theater.
Oh, no hurry.
Well, I think we should go to Japonica or something. I just ate that power bar.
So he said I have a few minutes to talk a little bit before the film starts. And I don't know, it just seems perfect that that weather storm came in at the right time. It's like, this is a crazy film and it's crazy weather outside. The concept for this film came when I was looking at a magazine. I saw a picture of Laika, the Russian cosmonaut dog. And I thought, is that dog still up in space circling around in some tin can? And I thought there are probably a lot of other test animals that are stuck up there in space, and they're probably really pissed off. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if they were something?
Thank you.